Charlie Mullins continuing to get the job done. Let's go down to the racetrack for a closer look. Well, David Knight's on the gas, just moved into third here at the halfway mark, and he needs to make up ground. 2 penalties today. First, he started his bike early on the starting line. They penalized him 30 seconds for that. Then he missed a section of track on lap 1. They made him go through it twice on lap 2. So probably about a minute and a half of penalties altogether. He's still in third and bearing down on our leaders, Charlie Mullins and Josh Strang. It's not over yet. I'll tell you what else is coming, Chris Borich. He is taking the fight right to balance. Here we go. The 2 last man standing in a great 4-rider fight in the last lap. Borich gets stuck in the mud. He loses some momentum. We're racing down to the finish line. Balance going for his first win of the season. Borich cannot get inside of him, and Balance is going to win here at Loretta Lynn's. What an incredible race. Balance in victory lane. It's time for the competition to respond. Defending Grand National Cross Country champion David Knight has won 3 in a row in his Red Bull KTM. But he's got a new obstacle to face today, Mother Nature. Rain has saturated the course here in Ohio. Can the Knighter win again? Hello everyone and welcome to Racer TV and the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. We're here in Ohio. Jason Weigandt and Hannah Reed joining you for the Weisco John Penton GNCC. The riders, well, they're smiling behind us. It's an old racer's adage, when the conditions are bad, you try to convince yourself that it's going to be fun, but it doesn't look very fun out here. Kenny, they've got it fixed, but he's got to go back onto the racetrack where he got towed in from originally. This is just craziness. I'm going to go down to the pits and try to figure it out. Nathan Kenny and David Knight, the fortunes have quickly changed for the Red Bull KTM team. Kenny had to get towed into the pits. They got the bike fixed, they cleaned the air filter. He had to go back to where he originally had to get towed from. And almost the exact same moment, David Knight's bike also died at the 1 mile mark, about 1 mile from here. Now he wants to race here because he's comfortable in the sand, but the rest of the GNCC crew, sand is not their specialty. Today we have one of the biggest stars of them all, Travis Pastrana, going to race GNCC. All right, well, this is a huge shock to everyone. Travis Pastrana, what are you doing racing at GNCC, dude?
I was asking myself that same question yesterday.
Yeah.
No, just out here having a good time. Niter has just beat me at pretty much everything we've ever done, so I told him I was going to show up for this race, and unfortunately, well, I'm here. I'm excited to be here. Just haven't really had any time to ride, to prepare for this 3-hour thing.
Yeah, but you don't make excuse for yourself. You're going for the challenge anyway, right?
Oh, come on, dude. I'm here. If you line up, you're here to win. Technically, I mean, I'm here. I say my goal is to get the whole shot. If that fails, then I'll go with Plan B. My goal is to win. If that fails, I'll go with Plan B. So.
Well, when we come racing in the deep sand of Florida, we talk about how much the track is going to change every lap. And now that we're on the last lap, the track is basically unrecognizable from what we had earlier today. What was once a routine corner is now frame-deep ruts, and a lot of riders are getting stuck in what should be one of the easiest portions of the track. In fact, it leads them right to the finish line, where the riders are generally looking for a break and a chance to rest. Arena Cross in 2008 started with the defending champion, Danny Smith, trying to hold off a determined pack of competitors. It was the deepest, most competitive field in the history of Toyota Arena Cross. The fans loved it, the teams loved it, and it was a season to remember. In the end, Chad Johnson emerged as champion, but it wasn't easy. Stay with us as we review the 2008 Toyota Arena Cross Tour. Here we go. Oh, it's Sellers with a great jump off the line. I don't know if they're going to give him the edge for that whole shot or not, but he's definitely got the early lead. We got Skaggs here in third. That's a phenomenal run. And then Danny Smith, and then Kelly Smith, and they're starting to put the pressure on the young guy.
Imagine the pressure he's feeling right now. Has the champ right on his back tire. You've got to make him a little bit nervous.
Meanwhile, Chad Johnson has to worry about none of that. He wins by a long, long way. Chad Johnson wins in Des Moines, and there was no doubt before they get their Supercross legs underneath them, they would have to survive the rough and tumble world of Arena Cross. And the Grand Rapids race, well, a highlight or low light reel of crashes throughout the weekend in Michigan. I thought Kevin Johnson had that. He slowed down too much, and that allowed Rainer to go around the outside. That made it easy on him. And Rainer jumping immediately through the rhythm lane. Plenty of racing left. 16 laps, essentially, for Kevin Johnson, trying to figure out a way past Robbie Rainer. And Rainer just slamming that Rockstar Suzuki through the roof section. Welcome to the Racer X Motocross Show, motocross.com, presented by Toyota Trucks. Jason Weigandt and the Ping, David Pingree, here from Washougal, home of some of the best fans and maybe the best scenery in all of AMA Toyota Motocross Championship Racing. You guys pumped to be here? Yeah. Now, speaking of faithful, how about the privateers, like you mentioned, doing a great job this year? Cody Cooper last week came as close as anyone to derailing James Stewart's perfect season. And we have Cody Cooper in the pits. We talked to him earlier today. Let's go and find out what's running through the mind of Cody Cooper. All right. So Racetrack's Motocross Show, motocross.com, presented by Toyota Trucks. And the big cheers are because the big man on campus is here on set. Our 2008 AMA Toyota Motocross champ, James Stewart. You are the champ. How good does it feel to be introduced that way?
It feels good. You know, it's been a long time coming, you know, for me, having some tough times, you know, at this track and other tracks, and to finally be able to get it done, it feels good.
Gill and Boyd tried to battle for it for a little while. Eventually, they both made mistakes and bumped them back. McGill was able to work his way back to the front. And then it was pure determination with a little help from his friends from there on out as the fans cheered this West Virginia native to his first victory in a few months. Now the question is, can McGill get back into the championship points race? We'll find out next week on Racer TV. I'm Jason Weigandt. Thanks for watching.